This isn't about fun. This is about deadlines. Okay, today is June 24th, which means it's summertime. And in case you didn't believe me that it was summertime, I'm just checking the weather. It's currently 97 degrees outside and it feels like 109. Oh, is that why you decided to come inside? Oh my gosh, you're so warm. My dogs have been outside for 3 or 4 minutes. I set a timer so that I make sure to bring them back inside because it's so hot. Poor buddy. You want some water? You too hot for water? Let's go get your sister, huh? She's not sensible enough to come inside. Good boy. Okay. What better time to stay in the air conditioning and talk about knitting? Am I right? I have some modest summer plans. I say modest. I don't actually know if they're that modest. But in today's video, I'm going to throw everything on the ground. Okay, so first of all, I have to talk about the spring knitting plans because there are some carryovers from my spring plans, which is why I'm trying not to do too much in the summer, my summer plans. I took some considerations when making my summer knitting plans. I always want to just make all the things, and that's not realistic. So the plans are taking into consideration, number one, I still have carryovers from my spring knitting plans, which I knew was going to happen. I didn't anticipate finishing all of my spring knits in the spring. So I have a few of those that I'll mention today. And then also summer ends September 20 something. So even though it is still quite hot where I live at that point in time, you're like ready for fall. So I anticipate that in September, I might want to go ahead and start working on fall items. So with all of that being said, I tried to rein myself in. I'm just not that good at it. I want to make everything. I need Hermione's time turner so I can like sit over there and work on one sweater and sit over here and work on a blanket, you know? My carryovers from spring. First up is my Filigree II by Julie Knits in Paris. I would say I'm about 70% done with it. It's really trucking along now. I just have to add a little bit more length and then add the finishings. The finishings always take me 3 times longer than I think they're going to though, so to keep that in mind. The Aviva dress by Alanna Miall. I'm almost done with the whole top, and the skirt part of it looks actually to be pretty open. So while it is a long round that just keeps getting longer and longer because it's a flowy skirt, at least it's not a dense fabric by the time you get to the skirt. So I'm hopeful that I can finish that in this summer and wear it. I mean, I've mentioned this before, where I live, it's really hot. I live in Maryland. We have hot days in October still, so even if I don't finish it until October, there will still be an opportunity to wear it. And I can always wear it through October, November with boots and a jean jacket, you know, easy. My willow blanket. I don't think I actually set out to do anything with that in the spring. I can't remember, but it's just it's a blanket of willow squares. The squares are all done. They're all blocked. I just need to join them. And I would love to just get that done and added to my blanket ladder in my bedroom. That's on there. Let me tell you who the willow square is by. Yes, the willow square that I used is Designs by Vanessa. And then I intend to use the Granny Stitch Join from Rachel Carmona to join it all together. Looking at my list, the Wallflowers blanket. I did not finish my springtime goal, which was to finish these little flowers. I finished more than half of them, but I did not do all of them. So that's going to be a big push because I need to make up what I didn't do in the spring and make it through the next chapter. So my goal is to get through chapters 5 and 6. So I'm about I would say a quarter of the way through chapter 5 of the pattern. The pattern comes in 9 chapters. If you're new to this, or just as a reminder to those of you who are not new, this blanket is a project that I would like to finish this year. It's very time intensive, it's very detailed, and it is my goal to finish it within the calendar year. Which means I gotta meet these deadlines. This isn't about fun, this is about deadlines. And I think that's it. That's all the stuff oh right, dog fur. I did wash my dog's fur, but I didn't actually practice any spinning. I'm gonna write that down so I don't forget. Because that's the hard part. Like, washing dog fur is not hard, spinning is hard. So I really need to practice spinning. And I'm just gonna carry over the same goal that I had in spring and ignored into the summer, which is to practice spinning on wool so that I can get the hang of it before I try with the dog fur, which will be a more difficult fiber to handle. Now, that's enough of that. Let's get to the new stuff, the fun stuff. This pattern is the Cadaquès Light by Emilie Luis, and it calls for Katia Tencel cotton, which is a DK weight. But then the Ravelry page says that it calls for a sport weight. And then in the description, it says you can use light DK, sport, or fingering weight yarn. So I'm planning on making this with Terrapin Fiberworks Sandy Point Sport. This is 100% organic Pima cotton in the colorway Apple Picking. This is hand dyed in Maryland, which is where I live, and my mother-in-law took me shopping for my birthday, and I picked this out and she bought it for me. My birthday was back in March, so I'm ready to use it. I don't want this to get lost in the shuffle of the stash. You know, this is special. All yarn is special. So this is the yarn I'm going to be using. I really struggled with deciding what pattern to use for this yarn because, first of all, I got 2 skeins of it. I think I should have gotten 3. The pattern I was looking at to do originally, 2 skeins is enough in the smaller size, but not in my size. So I would have needed 3 skeins. And this came from the yarn store right down the street from my house. They still have it, so I could probably get it. But I thought, let me take on the challenge of trying to find something that I can make in a smaller, with a smaller amount of yarn. And then I found this one, and I really like it because it has a little bit of detail to it in the cabled straps. But then the shirt is just a very lovely shaped tank top, which seems like something I will wear a lot. And I think it will show the yarn off really nicely. I did look through the project pages and see if I saw anybody else using like a variegated yarn in it. And there are several, and it looks great. So I'm looking forward to it. I think this is gonna be great. I'm hopeful that since it's a V-neck, no sleeves, it won't take me the whole year to make it. That's my first summer priority. Next up, Magna Flora by Alisa Hartzel. And I am planning, this calls for the Sandnes Garn line, a worsted weight. And what is that Sandnes Garn? The Sandnes Garn is 53% cotton, 33% rayon viscose, and 14% cellulose linen flax. Woo, that's a mouthful. I am planning to use Berroco Bozzolo. I think I can call it Bozzolo because it is made in Italy. 100% cotton. And this is in the colorway Stinging Rose. I got this last October. I think it was in October. At my husband's cousin got married. I guess she's my cousin now too. She got married, Grace. She had a beautiful wedding, and I snuck out. Not from the wedding. I didn't leave the wedding to go to a yarn store, just to be clear. At some point during the weekend, I snuck out and went and visited a carousel, and I went to the yarn store. And I just fell in love with this colorway, and it's a cotton, but it feels really nice. Sometimes cotton feels a little rough. This felt really nice, so I got it. And I just was like, yeah, 2 balls is enough, right? 2 balls is barely enough to do anything. Again, for my size. It is one of the things that I wish that I could magically make happen to Ravelry, is that I wish that I could search for my size in the amount of yarn. Because when I search for, let's see, this is 240 yards. So 480 yards, a pattern that's 480 yards, it shows me all these patterns that I could make in a size 1 or extra small, but I need a size 3 or 4 or 5. Sometimes it's a medium, sometimes it's an extra large, like depends on the pattern. And so I see all these patterns, and in the yarn store I sort of panicked and was like, yeah, 2 is enough. 2 is not enough. I should have gotten 3. But again, I think this pattern, because it has this open lacework yoke and it's kind of cropped, I think it'll work. Based on the estimates, I think I'm gonna have enough for it. So, and if not, I could always just make it super cropped and wear it over a dress, because I'm not wearing a super cropped shirt out in the world. And then this is a t-shirt from the Washington Nationals, which is my hometown team here. Well, not my hometown team. That's my team here in the DC area. And we sang at their opening day, I think it was 2 years ago. I actually can't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago. But we all got t-shirts. I didn't sing at opening day because I got a migraine and I got really sick and I got sent home. So I didn't sing that day, but I still got a t-shirt, which is nice because I go to games all the time. And I hate a high crew neck. So I tried to like cut it and make it cuter, gave it a little v-neck, I cropped it, and it is cuter, but it's still not my vibe. And we go to a lot of games. And so I have decided I'm gonna try and freestyle something where I knit a waistband. I've actually already finished the waistband. I'm gonna sew that on so that this like gathers and cinches in at the waist. And then this is our cherry blossom theme. They do a different theme uniform every year, and whatever year this was, maybe it was last year, maybe it was 2 years ago, they had the cherry blossom theme because of DC and the cherry blossoms. So I found a really cool pattern, the Little Cherry Blossom Flower by Peppergoose. What a cute name. And I am just gonna make a string of those and attach them and like make them straps. Is that crazy? Yeah, but I think that then I will turn this into a gathered tank top, or I will spend many hours ruining this t-shirt. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I do have something else to tell you. The yarn that I'm using for that is Sandnes yarn. It's leftovers. It's leftover from my Lola top, which is by Kutavakika, Mandarin Petite. That's what it is. The Sandnes yarn Mandarin Petite in Rosa, and I don't know what this other colorway was called. It just is number 4002. I want to say it was something peach. But it's just leftover from that project. So I already made the waistband, and I actually made it based on the Lola top calculations, which is a pattern I'd already made. I purchased it, already made it. So I just made a ribbed waistband out of that. And did I mess it up? Yes, I did. I accidentally twisted it, and I didn't realize that until I was like 10 rows in, and I refused to go back and fix it. So it's just gonna be like a cute little twist in the back, and that's okay. I will show you it in my next For Real podcast. So hopefully I'll have some updates with the cherry blossoms too. That's just a fun little project. Not a lot of knitting, but I like the idea of taking something that is usable and make it something really special and unique and very me. Because I am the person at the baseball game who's knitting anyway. I might as well be wearing a knit and crocheted top incorporating Annette's t-shirt, right? Yeah. Next. Katie, what's next? Okay, next up is Cozy Days Daisy Blanket by Stephanie Jessica Lau. I'm not gonna make the blanket, but I'm gonna make a pillow for our new bedroom. And I think, I try to practice square, and I think these are the yarns I'm gonna use. So the center will be this light pink, and then the petals will be white, and then the outside will be this darker color, which is called Rose Heather. Yep, and this is called Blossom Heather, Rose Heather, and just white. This was the first project that I made. The first big project that I made, and it's what really sent me down the rabbit hole of the fiber arts. So I thought it'd be fun to remake the square. I don't want to make a whole blanket, so I'm gonna make a pillow. And that should not take me too long. I did already make one square, trying out a different color combination. I didn't like it, so I think I'm gonna go with this. I reserve the right for it to not be this. But yeah, I don't think that will take too long, because I can always just say, oh, it's gonna be a very small pillow. That's nice. Okay, and then last but not least, I was today, on this very day, I was looking up the Cozy Days Daisy Blanket to try out the square with this other yarn. And I stumbled across this a knit along. Let me open it up here. It's called The Moldau by Mona Dreger, and it's a mystery knit along. I have to do it. I have to do it. The Moldau is a symphonic piece by Smetana. Should I check my math on that? I'm pretty sure it's by Smetana. The Moldau. Smetana. Yep. I played it in high school. I played it several times in high school. We played it at I think we played it at Allstate, and then I think I played it in Youth Symphony also. It's just a really great piece, and I love it. It's one of my favorite musical memories of being a high school student. And so I saw that this sock design is inspired by the Moldau, and she even links in the project page, she links to a recording of the symphonic poem. So I have to do it. I don't know if I have time to do a sock, but it's okay if I don't finish it. It's really cool though. It's excuse me. It's part of Sock Knitters Anonymous, which is a community on Ravelry, and it's their July 2025 mystery sock featuring the theme art and music. And the pattern is released in 4 pattern releases, July 1st, 8th, 15th, and 22nd. So yeah, I don't actually know what any of the pattern looks like yet. So I chose this yarn to use for it, which is from Chattanooga. It's from Chattanooga Yarn Co. Let me look up. Chattanooga Yarn Company. Okay, so this is Stella Luna. It is their Stella sock set, and it is the Spooky Season Book Club sock set called Gran is a Vampire. And actually 2 colors, but I used up all of the other one for my tour blanket. I chose this one because it's a cool color, and I didn't use very much of it for my blanket. I just did a couple rounds in it on a granny square, so I have plenty of it left. So this is my first choice for the Moldau. But if for some reason that first pattern release comes out and I'm like, oh, I don't know if Gran is a Vampire is the right choice, I do have a backup, which is this beautiful A Knitter's Homestead. Look how cute their label is. And this is in the colorway Tuberose. This is obviously a full skein. So when the first pattern drops, I will see which one speaks to me more. I don't know if you notice a theme, but this is like, this is the summertime of sort of rosy pinks. They're all in this family. Even I don't have it out here with me, but the yarn that I'm using for the t-shirt is also shades of pink. So I promise in the fall, we're gonna have some moodier colors. But until then, pink it is. Yay! I just opened YouTube at Emmy's Life Bingo. She's my favorite new YouTuber. I have probably 5 YouTubers that when they drop a video, I will stop and watch it. And if I can't watch it, I will open it and like it and then come back and finish watching it later. So I'm gonna do that right now.
About a month ago, I was doing really well.
Okay, I'm gonna come back and watch that after I'm done with this. All right, those are my summer plans. Within life of summer, actually I have a lot of, we had planned a road trip, but we actually just canceled it. We decided we would rather stay home and do some housework and have kind of a chill. My husband and I have both been traveling a lot, both for work and for family and life. So we decided to cancel our road trip. But I can certainly build in some serious knitting time to that. And we have a beach trip, which, I spend 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. peak sun inside knitting every day that we're at the beach, which is exciting because my friend that I go with, she started crocheting so she can join me. Hi, Autumn. Can't wait to knit and crochet with you. Yeah, I have a very chill summer. Maybe some travel in September. Quick beach weekend in July and maybe some travel in September. So hopefully I can get it all done. And just a reminder to myself and to anybody else who needs it, it's okay if you don't get it all done because it is actually about fun and not about deadlines. It's just, here's the thing. Knitting and crocheting is a real cathartic activity for me. It's a really, it has become a place where I can process things as I'm working. It makes me feel like I have control. It makes me feel like I get to be creative. As a musician, you think your life is going to be really creative, but you spend a lot of your time doing what other people tell you to do, right? And so it's sometimes, I sometimes don't have the musical energy left at the end of the day to make more music for myself. And I found that the fiber arts are a place where I can pour my creativity and it's energizing instead of draining. And one of my biggest coping mechanisms when things get stressful, when I'm tired, when we've been doing an addition in our house, it's done now, but our house has been under construction for several months. So that's been kind of chaos. Again, traveling a lot, just life, right? Like life is hectic and the world is kind of crazy right now. Planning is my other really cathartic activity. And so being able to plan knits and plan crochet projects is like, at that I am like I'm like a moth to flame for that. I can't not do that. So when I'm tired of knitting, I just go on Ravelry and plan, or I think oh, how could I combine these two yarns together? It's like sometimes a problem because I need to let my brain rest. But most often it's it just feels nice to plan something that at the end of the day doesn't matter. If I ruin this t-shirt by trying to knit on it, it doesn't matter. And that's so liberating. Nobody's gonna care. Even if I come back and tell y'all, hey, I screwed up this t-shirt, it's like a learning experience. It's not a big deal. So these quarterly seasonal planning videos for me are a fun way to get to plan and also to narrow it down. Leaf just fell off my begonia. to narrow it down to a reasonable-ish amount of knitting. Otherwise, I'd be like, I'm gonna make these 8,000 things. But the planning of it and actually putting on paper makes me realize, no, you're not gonna make those 8,000 things. You cannot. You do not have the skill set nor the time. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get started, and I'm going to get started today. I'm gonna work on this little pillow and try on my Filigree tee and see how much more I need to do. Yay! All right, I can't wait to see what you guys are up to this summer. Are you spending your time knitting? Are you knitting summer knits? Are you just blasting straight through to the fall? Are you traveling? What's going on? What's going on with you this summer? I'm excited. I think the thing that excites me about summer knits, because I think for a lot of people, it's like, oh, summer's not a great knitting time. It's too hot. And, you know, you want to make like cozy things, and you're not making cozy things in the summertime necessarily. But what I like about it is they're smaller projects, right? Like a tank top just takes less time than a whole oversized sweater. So the part of me that just wants to be done, even though I enjoy the process, I still want to be done, you know. There it is. Happy summer. I hope wherever you are in time and space, you're doing great. And until I see you again, have fun, be nice, do good work. And thank you for watching.